fact that you have quickly accepted that there was a step that ought to have been taken, which was regularization. Auditor General, we will make our detailed recommendations on this, but I think under the circumstances, probably this should not clog the EACC's pipeline, now that it is really a matter of compliance. Thankfully, this is budget. We need to check whether, but the budget was spent. Was it spent as per these reallocations? Because your budget was 7 billion, but your actual spend was 5 billion. So was this money actually spent beside the provision?
For the specific components, the amount was spent for these three items that we have.
So can we then allow you in your current year audit to revisit this issue, to check whether it's pervasive, whether it's systemic, because if that is the case, then we will cause an investigation and look at the areas where money is being reallocated to. If it's the governor's office, then that's a smoking gun. Then we can send EACC to find out why money is moving to certain programs without the approval of the county assembly.
The chair.
Okay, fine. So we can keep this in view, take note of the administrative action, and we shall refer it to EACC if it becomes a pervasive issue in the county. Next, expenditures incurred after the end of the financial year. Auditor General, you had indicated that this was a matter that could be explained?
Yes, Chair.
So we had called on the National Treasury to release money in a timely manner. I think this is a matter that will keep recurring, isn't it?
Yes, Chair. For this particular year, now that we are going to accrue accounting, we may be able to resolve that issue.
Governor, we are in June. When did you last receive your disbursement? Which month?
Well, we just received April some few days ago. We are still waiting to receive exchequer for May and June.
And yet we are remaining with 13 days to the end of the financial year.
Yes.
So you'll have so much money you won't know what to do with it.
Chair, that is the predicament we are having.
And we are going to see some of the bad habits that you do, because there's an audit query where you are giving out LSOs after 31st of May, making commitments contrary to the law. I think that needs to be called out.
Chair, you know, a hungry person does not, even if a lunch comes late, you still eat it when you're hungry. So sometimes when they bring that money in July, we spend it. But it's our wish that the money comes on time so that we don't break the law.
Yeah, it needs to be done in line with the law. I think this one we can keep in view because we know the shortcomings of the Treasury when it comes to release. But the issue of procurement done after 31st of May, that one we are not going to excuse. It's in this report, we are going to deal with it. And we are going to hold people accountable. Members, we can move to issue number 3 on those variances between financial statements and IFMIS. Auditor, what was your observation?
Thank you, Chair. This paragraph number 3, variances between financial statement balances and integrated financial management information system, IFMIS report. The financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2024 reflects account balances that are at variance with the corresponding account balances generated from IFMIS as summarized below. We have a number of items. We have exchequer releases, compensation of employees, use of goods and services.
I think you can just refer to the table because we all have it before us.
Thank you, Chair. Well guided. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the respective component amounts reflected in the statement of receipts and payments could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Now, on the side of the Senate, what was the summary of our recommendation?
Yes, Chair. We recommended that 1, the governor takes administrative action. 2, that the ISPAC undertakes disciplinary measures. in accordance with the section 32 and 33 of the Accountants Act. The third one, that EACC undertakes an investigation of the responsible officers with a view of recommending their prosecution. Yes, those three recommendations summarized.
Governor, what action have you taken so far?
Thank you, Chair. For number one, it's that we have reprimanded the officers who failed to give documents to the auditors at the right time. However, the variances were also said to be as a result of historical balances brought forward in the IFMI system, which are now being resolved through the assistance of the National Treasury, and we have attached correspondences from the county to the National Treasury requesting them to assist us to undo the historical balances.
Auditor, do you agree that this is a problem of historical balances?
Yes, Chair. There is an aspect that is historical, and there is also an aspect from the county government in terms of following up with internally and also with the National Treasury, Chair.
Auditor, you have a responsibility to advise the county and to tell them the truth. This is not purely a historical balance problem. Governor, look at that table. Under compensation of employees, you have 2.4 billion in your financial statements. And I hope you carried your financial statements, because if you don't have them here, then we cannot have a conversation. I can't give you my copy because you'll say I've doctored it. I've had that situation with Kiambu, where the governor claimed that the Senator MATIANG'I then had doctored the report to include State House expenditure. So I hope you have carried your financial statement.
We will respectfully not say that, Chair, so if you can extend a copy to me, I really appreciate it.
Then you need to fire the officers to your left and right. What business do they have coming to the Senate to discuss a financial statement without the financial statement? If there was need for administrative action, it would then be start with the left and right.
Chair, but for today, you may assist if you have the.
Would someone give the governor a copy of the financial statements? So go to that table on variances. Under compensation of employees, you have spent 2.4 billion. $2.44 billion. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, you're almost there. Yes, Chair, I'm there now.
So, what is under compensation of employees? What is your balance as per financial statements?
This is 2,440,833,652.
And what is your balance as per IFMIS?
4,488,045 shillings.
And the variation between the two is how much?
2,436,345,607.
Explain to me how this is a historical data problem.
Chief, proceed.
Through the chair, I would say that we normally process all our payments through the IFMI system, and from where I sit, maybe that the best person to answer that would be from National Treasury.
No, it cannot be National Treasury. National Treasury does not do data entry. It is your responsibility. If you paid 2.4 billion as captured in your financial statements, and IFMIS has only 4 million, then you must tell us which system you're using for financial management. It is clear that you're not processing transactions in IFMIS, or you're not updating your data in IFMIS. If it was a historical data problem, chances are the amount in IFMIS would be higher because of balances being carried forward. But this is clear that you are not using IFMIS against the requirements of the PFM. Governor?
I think that can be confirmed by the auditors that all our payments are through the IFMIS system.
It should reflect here. This is a report of the auditor. Let's not waste time. Let's use our time efficiently. The report of the auditor has brought a balance of 4 million out of IFMIS. Auditor, has that position changed?
That's the position, Chair.
But your financial statements has got 2.4 billion. Why are you not using IFMIS in Nyandarua?
Chair, I'm not aware of any one incident that we have not used IFMIS. So,
Governor, you are Dr. PhD. So, I believe your intelligence is above average. Look at those numbers before you. What does it tell you? That in your financial statements you've got 2.4 billion. In IFMIS, which is supposed to be the source of data, the true source of data, it's only 4 million reflected. Are you using IFMIS?
Chair, my humble request is that that this committee also get information from a treasury database.
National Treasury is seated next to you. Please tell us, they are claiming that you're the one who's messing up their records. Can you tell us what the situation is?
Chair, through any system, in any system, garbage in, garbage out. And since I tend to think they prepare the statement outside the IFMIS, they still bring some differences because IFMIS will pick what you've done. And the best they can do is to go reconcile the transactions that are in IFMIS, compare them with the statement, and it will give them the difference and where the difference is coming from.
So they're the ones who are putting garbage into the system. Now, if there was need for administrative action, it would be on this particular matter, not even on the very first matter. Have you employed someone in Nyandarua whose day-to-day job is to post things in IFMIS and make sure reconciliations are done? Is there someone with that function?
Yes, Chair.
Who is that person?
We have various accountants in all the departments.
But there must be a leader. There must be a lead person responsible for data entry or data reconciliation or data capture. There must be someone, some director somewhere. Who is the go-to person when it comes to IFMIS in Nyandarua?
Sorry, Chair?
Who is a focal person? Which is a focal office? There must be a director. I've seen it in other counties, that you find there's a director of financial reporting or director treasury, director accounting services. Who is the main person who ensures that all transactions are captured in the system?
Thank you, Chair. We now in the county we have Director Finance, who is in charge of all the operations and who also consolidates.
So where is Director Finance in this conversation?
She's not with us today. She's coordinating the payments.
Director Finance reports to
Chief Finance.
Are you the Chief Officer Finance?
Yes, I am.
So whatever you are telling us, we are not buying it. This is not a problem of the Treasury. This is your problem as a county. Senator Maruma.
I want to agree with you, and even looking at that line of